So this toolbox had been carved to say tools, and I didn't really like it, so I'm filling in the grooves with this tinted joist or wall compound wood filler, and then I'm going to paint it, and hopefully you won't be able to see it. So I'm really trying to make sure to get it into the groove, because then you can always come back and scrape it off and sand off your extra. But I don't want there to be air pockets or holes in it either. And normally you're going to go across, I don't want to go right here and then press my scraper down into the hole. So you're normally going to go at like a 90-degree angle from the groove that you're filling. And I let it set a while, so it's kind of drying up. But I'm going to go back and try and scrape as much off as I can, so stay tuned. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of update. So I filled it in, and now I just realized I didn't finish the tea. I filled it in and sanded it, and then I put a coat of paint on it, and then I came back and I could still see that I had missed some spots, and so I forgot to do the tea, I guess. But last night I went and I filled in a little bit more, and then while I was filling in, I'm like, oh, I might as well cover up the screw holes. So I added some over the screw holes. Now some of the screws are sticking out far enough that they're still going to kind of show, and but that's okay. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to sand and then put another coat of paint on, and we'll see what it looks like. I got a pile of these probably at an auction or garage sale, and so I just did this little sanding cube and sanded it down, and then we'll paint. We've got wet paint, so I can't tip it, but oh, you can't see the tools anymore. I can just barely see a T right here because I didn't fill it in that second time. Okay, this is dry, and you can't really see where the tools are. I can barely see the T here, and then I thought I can see a little L and S, but I mean, unless you're really looking for it, you're not going to see it. So now I'm going to sand and distress it. Okay, so I sanded it, and I didn't go too crazy on the sanding because I filled in the screw holes, so some of those you can see, but it looks a lot better than it did because on the end here, these did not sink in all the way, and so I really couldn't fill them. So you can see how they are more noticeable than on the sides where they did sink in and I was able to fill them in. This is the side that said tools, so you can see that you can't even see it. I really didn't even sand over it this time because I sanded over it last time. I just hit up the edges. So I'm very happy.